Hi everyone, it is me Sammy. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome to my channel if you're new here. Hope you're all having an amazing day whatever it is you're doing. As you can see behind me, Asda has just dropped off a massive food shop, which means it's time for a weekly food shop haul. We're going to be running through what I picked up, how much I spent and what meals I'm planning to make this week. So if you do enjoy the video guys, please don't forget to smash the thumbs up button. Also consider subscribing down below if you haven't already. It'd mean a lot to me. And without further ado, let's dive into it. I've done something a little bit different this week. So in my Project Pantry series that I have going on my channel at the moment, I did a whole freezer clear out, which basically meant that I went through my entire freezer and I basically picked out everything that I wanted to use up this week, which subsequently meant that I didn't actually have to spend a lot on meals this week, which was really handy. My overall grocery shopping actually came to just under £50, but I also stocked up on some Easter eggs and bits and pieces while my shopping was so low. So that definitely bumped up the price of my shopping this week. But I thought while my groceries were so low, I was going to treat my nieces, nephews, my cousins' kids and all that kind of stuff to some Easter eggs this year. My boys are on school holidays for the next 2 weeks. They're mostly with their dad this week, which means it's only me and Ava that I've had to feed, which was the perfect opportunity to start using up all the scraps and the like half portions that I have in the freezer. So that's the perfect opportunity to use them up this week. And then I have them almost the full week next week, so next week's shopping is definitely going to be topped up with snacks and loads of extra bits and pieces for the boys. So yeah, let's run through how much I spent first and then we can dive into what I picked up on my shopping and what meals I'm planning to make this week. It's another confusing one this week guys, so apologies for that, but my shopping total was £88.71. With multi-buy savings I saved £4.93, meaning that the total spent this week was actually £83.78. However, I also did use an Asda's reward voucher, which was £13.88. However, they've already subtracted that from the shopping total. So my shopping total actually for this week should have been just over £100. However, we've reduced it by the £13.88 and then further reduced the shopping total again by the £4.93. So total for this week, £83.78. We had a couple of unavailable products this week. In the stir fry meal deal, there was no stir fry sauce that I wanted. I wanted the soy and garlic one. They just said it was not available, didn't offer a substitute, so just took that off the price. And then I also ordered some small mini eggs, Easter eggs as well, but they were sold out, so they weren't available, but they didn't charge me for any of those. I was gonna start with the Easter bits, but I think I need to get these frozen and chilled items put away, so we'll save the Easter bits until last. Let's dive into the frozen bits. The only frozen item I have this week is some seasoned potato wedges. These were £1.65. My nan basically came around this week and dropped off a pizza dough. Because I've been talking about wanting to do like a DIY pizza night with the kids, so my nan actually, bless her, she brought over some pizza dough. So we're gonna have a DIY pizza night tonight and these potato wedges are to go along with that. Now moving on to my chilled items, also to go along with our pizza night tonight. I've got a pack of pizza pepperoni, this is £1.62, and I've got a pack of grated mozzarella for £2.45. For some veg stock, I've got some brown onions. This is a kilo bag for 99p. And then 2 kilos of white potatoes. These are the Just Essentials ones. I won't pay any more for potatoes anymore. This is £1.32. For some salad and stir fry bits, got some floret mixed mild leaf lettuce. This is £1.14. I'm going to be popping this into some chicken nugget wraps this week to make a super easy dinner. 2 whole cucumbers for 99p each. Some vine ripened cherry tomatoes for £1.15. These were the ones that I said were basically exactly the same as the Asda exceptional ones, but they were way overpriced, and these are still delicious, still on the vine, and much cheaper. Now, like I said at the beginning, the stir fry sauce was unavailable for the stir fry deal, but usually you get some vegetables, some noodles and a stir fry sauce for £2.50. That was out of stock, so I've only paid £1.43 I think it is for these 2 items. And I picked some plain egg noodles and a mixed pepper stir fry mix. For some picky bits for Ava's lunches this week, I got the 2 for £3.50 snack deal. We got some roast chicken flavoured bites and 16 savoury mini eggs, which are basically Scotch eggs but with egg mayonnaise in the middle instead of a whole egg. Decided to treat me and the kids to some fruit juice this week, and these were 3 for £5. You guys know I absolutely love the quality of these juices. We've got some apple juice, apple and mango, and smooth orange juice. And like I said, 3 for £5. I absolutely love the quality of this juice. For some boring milk this week, we've got a 6 pint of whole milk for £2.40 and a 4 pint of semi-skimmed milk for £1.65. I'm going to do some Easter baking with Ava this week, and I wanted to make it as simple a process as I could. So I've got some ready to bake milk chopped chip cookie dough. I've got 2 packs and they were £1.65 each. I got a kilo of creamy Greek style yogurt for £1.50. I love using this as like a breakfast for Ava, and I also make some amazing smoothies for her with yogurt as well. I do have a video up on my channel showing a 7-day plan showing different fruit variations for the smoothies. And then for fruit this week, I've got 2 packs of 6 apples, the Just Essentials ones for 99p each, 6 bananas for 94p, pack of strawberries for £3.32, and then a mixed berry pack which Ava's already opened and scoffed as I've been filming this, and this is raspberries and blueberries, and this is £2.74. That's all my chilled stuff. I'm going to pop this in the fridge and then we're going to dive into non-food items and food cover bits. The only non-food items I have this week is nail glue. Now, I am always gluing on my press-on nails. If you know my beauty videos, then you already know this. But Asda has the Elegant Touch brush-on nail glue, which I absolutely adore. It's actually on 3 for 2 at Asda at the moment. So I got 3 of these, which would normally cost me around £9–10 for £5.68 for all 3. And these are gonna last me months. So I just had to have a stock up of my nail glue because I ran out, and what better way to buy them than when they're on special offer and save me some money. Now onto the food cupboard, starting with the bakery. I've got a soft white medium sliced loaf of bread for 74p, and then I've got a pack of 8 white mini wraps, and these for 80p, and I'm going to be using these for our chicken nugget wraps this week. I've got a 12 pack of hula hoops for £3.48, 4 packs of chicken flavour instant noodles for 27p each, just some super quick lunches for myself if I need them while I'm on my own with Ava this week. Now for my tinned goods, got 2 tins of sweet corn for 50p each, 2 tins of chopped tomatoes for 47p each, and 2 tins of baked beans for 42p each. I'm going to be using the beans alongside some frozen mashed potato and some veggie fingers that I've got in my freezer just as a really quick easy meal. I've then got some tomato and basil pizza topper, which is £2.78. And then the last 3 bits for the food cupboard before we dive into our Easter purchases. I've got a tikka masala cooking sauce, which was 93p. I'm going to be using this with some paneer that I have left in my freezer, along with some mixed sliced peppers and things from my freezer to make a really nice curry. And then I've got some rice in my pantry to utilise that. I've then got some sweet chilli sauce to go with our chicken nugget wraps, and this is £2.31. Then I've got some Asda chicken gravy granules, and this is £1.60. I'm going to be using this chicken gravy along with some mixed vegetables and some chicken breast strips that I've got in my freezer, along with some puff pastry that I have left over from last week's shop. We're going to be making a chicken and vegetable pie, and then I'm going to be making the potatoes that I got today into some mash. And yeah, we're going to be making an amazing chicken and vegetable pie with some mashed potato. Ultimate comfort food. But yeah, basically using all the meat and the veg that I have in my freezer. As well as these dinners, I also have a dinner solely made from what I have in my freezer and in my pantry. I've got some Spanish paella rice in my pantry, and I've also got some frozen white fish fillets in my freezer. I'm going to be making that into a fish paella dish this week, using some onion and veg. I'm also going to be using some stock that I've got in my pantry as well, making this gorgeous fish paella. I will be filming these freezer clear out dinners, by the way, guys. That's going to be up on Friday's video. I'm going to just show you how I'm making these really simple dishes out of everything that I've got left in my freezer. So stay tuned if you don't want to miss that, and let's dive into the Easter bits. 2 packs of mini cream eggs, these are £1.76 each. 2 packs of mini Malteser eggs, these are £1.20 each. I got 2 Kinderton eggs, 1 Bluey, 1 Peppa Pig, these are £1 each. These were the killers, these were £2.90 each. But we've got a varied pack of cream eggs here with the white chocolate, 2 regular, and then 2 caramel. And then we've got 2 5-packs of the regular cream eggs. Again, £2.90 each. But I do love cream eggs. Like, what can I do? My hands are tied. I'm going to be using some of these for some baking next week over Easter weekend. I really want to make some cream egg brownies. If you want to know my recipe for cream egg brownies, then definitely check out my Easter bake with me video. It's gaining a lot of traction at the moment. A lot of people are searching for it and finding it this year. So if you haven't already seen my Easter bake with me, definitely check it out. I make some really cute Easter fairy cakes, as well as some mini egg blondies and some cream egg brownies. I've got 4 of the Dairy Milk button eggs. These are just little mini ones. These are £1.40 each. I've got 2 of the medium Cadbury's eggs, 112, 1 buttons. These were £3.97 each. And then I also got a Reese's Easter egg, and this was £4.32. A lot of money on Easter eggs this week. Luckily my shopping still came under £85 in total, but considering my actual grocery shop was around £50, that is a lot of money to spend on Easter eggs, I can't lie. But yeah, that is it for this video, guys. I'm actually doing my shoppings on Saturdays at the moment to give me enough time to upload every Monday. So my next food shop's actually going to be my Easter shop for the Easter weekend, so Easter Sunday dinner and things like that. So you're actually going to see that in next week's video, even though it's going to be posted after Easter, if you know what I mean. So next week's also going to be an Easter packed shopping haul. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I really hope you liked it. Let me know your thoughts on shopping for Easter eggs down below. I'd love to hear it. Thank you for all the love and support on my channel at the moment, guys. It means the absolute world to me, and hopefully I'll be seeing you very, very soon for another video. Take care. Bye.